So hi, I'm Evan Pagano.
I'm Beck.
I'm Jeremy Karp.
And this is FHC 3-on-3. We're just going to talk about 3 topics. Let's talk about them Rams, good old St. Louis Rams, and their receiver situation as of now. They had an awesome signing of Titus Young for a whole 10 days or so. What do you guys think about that?
I wasn't really a huge fan of Titus Young. I mean, he's a good receiver, but I just felt like things might not have worked out as well with the Rams. But I did not expect him to only last 9 days with the team. I was expecting, maybe at least a season. But what's good for the Rams is that they didn't even spend over $1 million on his salary, so they didn't lose much.
Does it even affect them anymore? It doesn't even affect them.
I don't think it affects them. No, you put him on waivers, and no team wants him. And like Blake said earlier to me a few weeks ago, that Jeff Fisher is known to cool a lot of hot heads, but apparently they went to different directions this time.
Jeff Fisher's good with people with attitudes, as in they're hot heads on the field. And while Titus Young was punching players in the face and doing things like that, he was also delusional. But I don't know. I feel like he came in, said, I need some Calvin Johnson money. If you ain't gonna give me Calvin Johnson money, then I ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, I was really happy that they claimed him off waivers and everything. I was excited. I thought he was gonna instantly go in as either the number 1 or number 2 receiver for the Rams. And he has speed, size is iffy. But yeah, I thought he was definitely gonna be a good fit. But I wish they would have kept him through training camp or something, give him a shot. But obviously, Fisher saw something wrong with him. And I mean, if Fisher sees something wrong with him, then there's something definitely wrong with him.
Yeah, because especially with rookies who are impressionable, you don't want to bring in a guy who like that for a guy like Chris Gibbons, who is fantastic and is basically what Titus Young can be with the speed and take the top off the defense. But you don't want Titus Young to just be like, hey man, you're the best in the world, because then what do you know? You got the whole team corrupted. Same with Janoris Jenkins and stuff like that. So Cardinals, looks like for some reason we can never get Adam Wainwright and Chris Carpenter starting together in the same year. The last time I think that happened was 2010, I think.
And even before that.
And you can never get them started in the same year. They're essentially 2 aces. They would be a number 1 on any team, and Carpenter's out for the year, it's looking like.
Career. I mean, he's 37 years old, and I don't know if you guys know this, his contract with the Cardinals expires at the end of this season, so there's also big issues on whether he's going to retire or not.
Right.
What do you guys think about Carpenter's situation?
I think he will retire a Cardinal regardless. He's done everything he can do. He's won 2 World Series with the Cardinals. He's gone to 3. He's been great. So I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if he's ever going to pitch again, and I think he might have a little bit because he's a fighter and he'll come back. But somebody will step up. What's his name?
Blake, I think it was Joe Kelly.
I think Joe Kelly's going to step up. I mean, he impressed me last year. They even favored him over Lance Lynn towards the end of the season. And, I don't think he's going to be as good as Chris Carpenter.
No.
But, I mean, what are you expecting for such a young pitcher?
Right.
Yeah, and then also you got, one of the top pitching prospects for a while. You always heard about him, Shelby Miller. We're talking about him for a long time. Apparently he's got this wicked fastball and everything. He could do very, very well. I don't know if he'll get the nod for, to get a start in the first week of the season or whatever, but he'll surely turn some heads, and I feel like he's destined for a starting role. The Blues. How about them Blues? Yarrow Halak was injured. By the time this video is up, he'll probably be starting again. How do you think they're going to handle that once Halak's back and he needs a break? Who are they going to put in the net?
I think they're going to keep Allen as the backup and put Elliott down. Either to probably to Peoria, where Allen originally was. Because when you think about it, I mean, last year Elliott and Halak were the best duo goalies in the NHL. And when Halak got hurt this year, the Blues were in first or second actually. But when Allen got his first start after Elliott's games, Blues were tied for last in their division. and Allen came in, got him 3 wins, and we're actually almost at the top of the division again.
Yeah, I mean,
Allen's done a great job, and I think you need to give a guy like him a chance. I'm not saying Elliott's bad. I'm saying I think he's in a slump that eventually he can recover from. But as the time being, I mean, 3 wins in 3 games. I mean, 2 of them being against the Canucks and the Red Wings. That's saying something, definitely.
But I mean, I like Allen, and he's definitely playing better than Elliott at this point. But I think he's just too young to give him the starting.
I think he's 22 years old.
Yeah, he's 22.
I'm not saying start him.
But I mean, I think they're gonna go with once Halak's back and healthy. I think they're gonna keep Elliott and send Allen back down to allow him to grow more. Because I mean, you don't want him to get into a slump in the NHL and he starts getting down on himself.
No, I get you.
And also, I believe they just gave Elliott a new contract last year after his great year. So I mean,
yeah, they're not gonna just ditch him because of a little bit of a slump.
No.
But I think they're definitely Halak's gonna be the top guy, and then.
Oh yeah, he'll be the top end. I mean, when he's healthy, this year he was unstoppable. Really.
Well, he's been good, and the thing is like, I don't think there's a bad situation for the Blues right now because they got Jake Allen playing great. They're letting Brian Elliott rest. They got Halak coming back. If Halak does good and he needs a break, you've got Jake Allen who has confidence because he's won 3 games in a row.
Right.
Or you've got Brian Elliott who's rested and has had time to, I guess just recuperate from how bad he was playing. I don't think there's a bad situation.
Right, and that's why I can kind of see what Blake was saying about sending Jake Allen to Peoria instead of Elliott because he's 22 years old. But I mean, like I said, Blues were picked by a lot of people to win this cup this year, and we have such a young team overall. Whatever goalie we have, we have good all-around goalies, so whoever's in that, I think we'll be doing pretty good this year.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. 3 on 3. We had some 3 good topics. I don't know how things are going to work out with the Rams or the Blues or the Cardinals.
Could be an interesting year for St. Louis sports.
I think St. Louis sports, everything is looking good. It's weird that we have 3 good teams. The Cardinals were our saving grace for a while, and then now the Blues are top in the league. Rams are on the up.
Sleepers up on the rise.
Yeah, so who knows? Good times. 3 on 3.
Do it again.
See you next time, whenever it is.
See you later.